The Chaotic Neutral crew has spent about a week in the city of Bezos, and they have already made an impression. After Kai's thrilling rooftop escape after a misunderstanding with the City Watch, Bert's intensive research activities in the Byzantine archives, and Kiki's extracurricular activities, the gang was feeling a little adrift. But after the mysterious death of a senator, Bayard caught wind of mysterious happenings in his family's estate, and he has convinced the Chaotic Neutral crew to investigate. Join them as they embark from Bezos on a brand new journey in this week's episode of the Chaotic Neutral Podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Caleb, and I am joined tonight by David.
Playing Kai.
And Shane.
Bert's back, baby. Bite my disgusting, slithering, otherworldly ass.
And finally, Amy.
Hello. I play Kiki.
Okay.
This is our 125th episode.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yep.
What anniversary is that? Is that like the Gold Plus Latinum anniversary?
What's weird to me is...
Oh, never mind. Be quiet.
No, go ahead.
No.
Well...
She's silent.
I had nothing for that. Sorry. I thought I had an answer, and all it gave me was what you call that, and I can't pronounce it. So, never mind.
It's not the sesquicentennial, is it?
It's called your quasquicentennial? Quasquicentennial?
Quasquicentennial?
Quentin Tarantino?
Centennial. It's a word I can't pronounce, so.
We just, Nevada just had its sesquicentennial.
Yeah, that's why that was
Yeah.
in my brain.
150 bitches? What? God. It fucking matters.
What's funny is, like, we've actually been doing this for as long as, like, a lot of the other podcasts, and now, everywhere I look, people are starting their podcasts, and it's like, oh, don't do this. Don't just listen to ours.
Yeah. Listen in our Bush League.
David, I don't know if you remember Jules, but one of her friends in Denver just started one that she's promoting. It's like,
No.
screw you, Jules. You never promoted mine.
No. I tried to get her to listen to him, but she never.
God damn it, we're charming. I don't understand.
I know.
I'm delightful.
So you guys last time were hanging around in Bezos, sort of pursuing your own projects. Kiki may have been involved in the death of a senator, but there are no witnesses, so you can't say anything.
Said.
She is allegedly involved in the death of a senator.
Allegedly. Fake news.
Wait, I know. What happened between that guy and me at late night? That's where we left off.
What?
I have no idea.
Did he start hooking?
Because you guys went to the house, and I thought you guys weren't able to get him to talk.
No, I went out alone looking for a dead body, I think. And this person showed up, and that's where we left it.
This is why I should listen to the previous episode before.
Hold on. Okay, so we fucked up at the house. Like, everything went wrong.
That's what I remember.
But we somehow escaped without going to jail. You suggested maybe Bert was not as good as he thought he was. Bayard tried to summon something. He tried to bring somebody back, but he figured out that maybe his soul and the soul of everyone down the line of his family was probably sold to some devil somewhere, or a demon, or otherworldly thing. And that was it. We went home, and then we slept it off like champions. And
that night, I went out to that street. I don't know.
Wait a
what
minute.
street.
I remember exactly what happened on the final episode. You went out gambling. That sound familiar?
Yeah.
Kai goes gambling.
Kai went gambling, and then
That was it. So
I went to find somebody, and Caleb was, yes, that's a cliffhanger right there.
there were, I think there were 2 cliffhangers.
How close was
Kai
that?
plays dead, and then Kai goes gambling.
Because I remember everyone meeting up at the house and agreeing to set off the next morning with Bayard on his mercy mission to these farms, conveniently not telling him that you have your own reasons for wanting to go investigate this guy's family.
Yeah.
So that's what I remember.
But that night, I wandered the streets looking for a particular guy for information about dead bodies. I think.
I'm glad you put that last part in there.
Previously on the Chaotic Neutral Podcast.
Buddy.
Is that what
He
happened?
seems like a cat guy.
Oh, Tabaxi.
I'm
Are
listening to
you
it
a
right now.
street performer?
Well, while
'Cause we're
Caleb
not
catches
supposed to
up,
watch
how is
street
everyone's
performances.
weekend?
No, we're not. But we will. We will watch them if they're good.
Bad.
Did everyone get their hot
too.
dogs and their
Yeah.
potato salad all ready for Memorial Day weekend?
Oh, God, is that
Well,
Well, you're
it'd
the
be
one
our
asking
10th,
a lot of
10th year
nonsense.
anniversary next weekend.
oh,
So
boy.
You guys have been married for 10 years?
Yeah.
It's the sound in your voice.
I'm sorry, like I don't know anybody
God.
outside of like my
Second
parents'
time to
circle of
kill
friends
somebody
who have
and
been
wait for the body to
married
be
for that
picked up.
goddamn
Gee,
long.
fancy, there are a lot of
But
dead
then we're
people
like
in
in
this
our
club.
mid-30s, so maybe I should stop acting like a child.
You could always make one.
No, I got
This
it.
is. Oh.
Kai pretends he dies.
Judy and Al be year 9 or year.
Oh, 8?
And I actually think
Oh,
that's the
no,
perfect
they'll be 10
cliffhanger.
too.
That'll be 10.
So leave it on.
Oh my God! Everyone's
People
moving on with their
knocks
life.
over and-
Join the club,
Uh,
man.
Oh, Jesus
Fozzie and
Christ.
I follow, and
Sorry.
he smells him out.
Yeah, I know.
Terminator
It's
after
like
John Connor.
Well, with
But
Shane's-
video games and beer,
with
and then
Shane's role
not even
Yeah.
beer,
able to
just
sort of follow the wake
fucking
of
liquor.
disturbances.
I was just gonna say like NyQuil and
Yeah, NyQuil and Benadryl. Oh my God, that's like been every weeknight.
Is. What's a morgue?
What's the word for
Oh,
Just
I'd
wait
say I
till
have
you
a problem,
kid.
but I'm not
Mausoleum.
willing to admit it.
A graveyard? Are you a grave robber? Is he a grave robber, Wally? I don't know. He looks so squirrely to be a grave robber to me.
Amy, you teach.
put Farquaad's
preschool,
body?
yes.
Who's Farquaad?
Did you have? Did you get colds every?
Are you a street
Oh, yeah,
performer?
When you
Every-
first
Because
started,
we're not supposed to watch street performances. No, we're not.
I was
We will.
6
We will
months-
watch them if they're good.
I'm not
We might even
exaggerating.
pay you
6 months I
too.
was sick.
Yeah.
And now I haven't had a cold, knock on wood, and like
Well, you're the one asking a lot of nonsense.
Okay.
So I search out for people.
Maybe you finally like developed some kind of like a mutant antibody to these dirty
right,
children,
you totally do because
It's
you
kind
spent
of
6
psychopath
months
who would kill
getting
somebody and wait for the
everything.
body to be picked up.
and then you
Gee,
finally.
And
there
I'm
are
not
a lot of
thinking it
dead
affects
people
you.
being moved
Now you're
around the
bulletproof.
city.
You're Mr. Burns after he discovers he's invincible.
You could always
But
make
really,
one.
you're just like
I got it.
every disease is
Kai
just
pretends he
crammed
dies.
into a small door frame, and nothing can move out of it. If even one thing falls out, it's gonna be
And I
game
actually
over.
think that's the perfect cliffhanger.
Okay, so I just listened to it best I could over your guys' conversation.
We
Well,
were
come prepared
filling
next time.
Dead air.
I know, and I appreciate it. Because we are professionals. So, there was a... Kai asked some city guards about dead bodies, and I played the 2 city guards with aplomb. I'm actually surprised you guys were indulgent enough to listen to that.
I enjoyed it.
And then Kai gets frustrated and plays dead. And so
JR ruins it.
that at least that's what I could gather from it.
Oh yeah. he
Wait a
played
minute.
dead,
No,
And he's like, he's not dead. Like I remember that.
that's not the last episode, though. I don't think we
No, it's
uploaded
not.
the
Well,
last
that's
one.
that's the last one we uploaded. That's right. I have to go into actual. Oh, crap.
I know exactly what happened. Bert won the lottery, and he married a princess, and then like, no, it was
He woke up covered in puke and
yeah, and then he realized the whole thing was just a fucking fantasy.
then he killed himself.
And then that was it.
That was
And then
hard.
chaotic neutral's done. Yeah, god damn it, Amy. Fuck, I had a good day today. Why are you ruining it?
It's what I do. It is what I do.
I'm pretty sure that we just fucked everything up at that house after Bayard was trying to resurrect Lord Focus.
And I wasn't there, and you guys got mad. At
You
me.
weren't there because you were pouty and Little Miss Sourpuss. Because
What? No, you guys said you were gonna go, and I'm like, I was doing something else.
you weren't doing anything. You just
So
sat down,
bad,
crossed
but
your arms, and said,
no.
"I don't wanna."
Is that what I sound like?
I don't
that-
know.
Is that just it? When I don't do something you want me to do, you're like, she's just pouting. Caleb, are you trying to listen to it now?
Yeah, I'm downloading it because I should have uploaded it like 3 weeks ago. I'm just a fucking garbage person.
Choking
Did you not get my text? I'm sorry. Oh god damn it.
What?
I always have to ruin it.
No, Shane, I got the episode. I just, like I said, I'm a garbage person. And
Oh, okay.
didn't upload Previously on the
No,
camera.
I understand that you have like a really hectic
He's gonna
school
go
schedule
kill
and shit,
somebody.
so
I just
I didn't.
finally
I'm not pressing it.
And
And I don't listen
sort
to
of
him,
once
so I
you're
didn't know you
you're in a
I'm
secluded
just being a
spot,
delightful scamp.
He says,
is that what it is?
I hear you're
It's
looking
what my
into
mom
some,
calls it.
Illegal alchemy involving
My
flesh.
son's an asshole.
Is this correct?
She used to call me fussy, but then it turned into a delightful scamp.
And you need help acquiring materials for your experiments, yes?
Yes.
Oh,
How much do you need?
I can just see like the empty
Wait,
bar
David,
just
I'm
filling
sorry,
up my
I did not write
audacity.
down
It was-
anything I told you. How much? How much
And
did
it all
that
sucks.
crazy
I
fucking
remember.
nose tell you?
I know, but then every time I do that, I'm like,
certain
I'm
body parts,
reminded.
Blah 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 blah.
God,
Okay.
we take a long time to
That's
come up with
right.
this shit.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So he
It's okay.
he kind of looks over the list and he goes,
Yeah, as long as it's polished
"Yeah,
up.
what are
and
you
everything,
building? A
it's
flesh
fine.
balloon? Well, those are dangerous creations."
No,
I'm excited we have another one to do because now I have
Well,
something to do in my off
another
hours
one to
besides.
judge.
Nothing.
I think my contract.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, I can only do that so
for
much.
you For a reasonable price.
Starts to get-
Do you
Like
have
red
any
and raw.
specifications
Yeah.
for
Like,
gender or
Like an Indian, like an
Genetic-
what was that? An
Indian
Indian rug burn? Yeah, that thing
No.
on your on your arm, but
Uh-huh.
just
Yes. Sorry.
I'll be in Reno in
any detail on
August.
that?
will you?
You know,
Yeah.
this is funny because some people.
Dude,
would
we've
see
been
that
doing
as
this
a-
for how many
as
years?
a-
I
as
still
a
have not met you.
restriction that would reduce the price. You know, the
No.
elves tend to go missing.
I think we need to fix that.
So
August.
it actually won't affect the price too much.
How long you
Um,
gonna be here?
How can we contact you with
2 weeks.
This Kiki.
That should be enough
Sturgeon.
time.
Her sister's getting
I'm
married.
sorry, did you stutter?
Oh, okay. So you
How about this?
Everybody's getting
The
fucking
return
married.
here
I know.
tomorrow morning
She's 10 years
because,
younger,
an hour of
Try-
assembly.
Fuck, David, that didn't help.
And one of my representatives will have a place for you.
Yeah.
Excellent.
25,
It was a
moving
pleasure
on
doing
with
business
Oh
with you.
my god.
Remember to bring plenty of point tomorrow.
Meanwhile, I'm in this fucking
Take
bachelor
the
cave.
deliveries.
I apologize.
Kaigo's gambling.
Yeah, nobody could see me walk around in my Deadpool underpants.
And okay. So I just listened to it. You made a deal with the Tabaxi that he was going to acquire an elven corpse for you.
Oh, that's right.
But that was going to take a little time, and that it was going to require a lot of money that you needed to bring him the next day. And then you said, "Guy goes gambling."
Okay.
It's like the
So-
title to a Curious George book.
Guy goes gambling.
Name your sex tape?
Oh god.
So, I guess dawn breaks over the city of Bezos again. Kai awakens. Where does Kai awaken? Let's see how his carousing goes.
Got it. Howard? Trash can.
Could be any of these.
Hmm.
Mm.
Is there a table in the
Okay,
DMG?
there's a list in the back.
Where
of the
does a
book.
drunk wake up?
There actually is in the DMG. It tells you how the night went, but Xanakars I think actually has. Did I say Xanakars? I meant Xanathars. Had Final Fantasy X on the mind.
I think I should have the odds like the Golden Knights winning the Stanley Cup.
Those are pretty far then.
They're in the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I was amazed. Like the first year in the league.
And they just win
Well,
it.
that happened with Denver too. The Colorado Avalanche. The first year they were in Denver, they just swept and went all the way to the and won the cup.
God
they did that
damn.
their first 2 seasons, and then they went into the shitter.
Oh.
So
They got their one pity cup, and then after that,
well, they got it twice in a row, and then they went to the finals a couple times and lost to Detroit. And that's why, if you talk to Avalanche fans, they don't tend to like Detroit.
oh,
Um,
so the rivalry was just out of like actual like salty bitterness. It wasn't anything.
It was that they were the best 2 teams in the league for like 4 or 5 years, and they were constantly, it always came down to them. So there was actual history behind the rivalry.
Wait, who are the Knights playing?
The Capitals.
Okay.
My sister's favorite team is Capitals, but she's also rooting for the Vegas Knights.
You can't do that. You
She lives in
can't.
Vegas.
You'd hate the way that I watch Overwatch League then.
You pick somebody. God damn
See,
it.
but
I think based on their colors.
yeah, so this is
Even that's legitimate.
this is the first season of Overwatch League, and like, I want the Fuel to win, Dallas, but they suck, and I don't understand why. Because on paper they should have been fucking amazing, but as soon as the season started, they just shit the bed repeatedly.
I don't know what to tell you. Even the best teams. Sometimes.
Well, that happens. Like, and actually, the Overwatch League has had a lot of fluctuation where like a team will win because they do sort of these mini seasons. So a team will win the stage, and then immediately go on a 8-game losing streak. And I was like, what the fuck happened to you?
We're seriously off topic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna
'cause
say something about hot hands, but that's okay.
there we go. Carousing. You were sober when you started, so
Okay.
Okay. So, Kai wakes up in a comfortable inn that he doesn't recognize.
Sounds promising.
There's an individual male in the bed next to him. Unclear whether they just both happened to fall asleep there or if something else happened. Kai seems to have the same amount of money he started the night with, though.
25 gold.
And,
Well, you know you didn't get paid by this guy.
uh,
Or maybe you paid him.
and like it says that you had a decent night. Like you didn't go into debt, but you also didn't go on a crazy winning streak. So I'll let you say that you wake up at whatever time you choose. At Kiki's house, the day starts as usual, as it has been in the last few days in Bezos. I imagine Kiki gets up early and walks her owlbear down to the fish market, buys him some treats. Make sure to insult some guards on the way there and back.
It farts in your general direction.
I don't know when Bert gets up typically. Bayard and Zerf are nowhere to be seen.
That's
Or-
weird.
Par for the course.
Bayard drags Zerf's body down to the river, and he drowns him. Why are you always so dirty?
See, but Zerf's not dirty anymore.
Yeah,
He
he
got
gets
dirty
bad.
somehow. I don't know. It just it
Wait,
comes
where-
back.
Where he's laying in state in the brewer's temple, he just dirt is attracted to him through some gravitational force.
That's the nature of his natural armor.
Like they put him in a room with a window of the street, and a cart rolls by and splashes mud up into the room, but it only hits Surf.
He's like Domino, but it's just the only luck he gets is when he gets splashed with dirt. Bert would probably wake up at a decent hour to get to the coffee shop to start like scoping out people.
All right, I forgot the name of the coffee shop.
It was Merton's Morning Mug or something.
That's right. That's exactly what it was. Why don't I have that in my notes? Because that was
Mud.
good. Mid.
Yeah. Merton. You named
I
him
wake-
Merton.
I wake up early and panic and try to find Kiki.
Wait, is the guy alive?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
this man's drunk. Dead drunk. You're dead right.
You know what? I see if he has any money on him.
You might as well. Just finish the cycle.
Amy, high or low?
Hi.
He does not have any money on him, David.
Oh,
Well, put on the glove.
I run out.
Check further.
And you know what? This Bezos is a multicultural city. We'll say this guy is. Oh, he's something very exotic. We'll say you picked up a fire genasi,
Holy shit.
which for those of you that don't read all the D&D supplements, a genasi is sort of a half elemental. So a fire genasi would be like a human with sort of fiery properties.
That fits perfect with. You
Now, we're
got a
not
fire
saying-
fetish.
We're not saying anything happened. That's at Kai's discretion. But
No.
there was a
But-
there was a fire genasi in his bed.
We're not saying anything happened, but the guy he woke up next to was flaming.
I didn't even go there.
Kai runs out to find Kiki.
Okay. You find yourself on Tavern Road in Galata. Let me go ahead and pull you guys over to the Bezos map here.
All right.
So you're right about there.
I have to go probably here.
No, here.
Oh, fish market. Oh, that's even better.
And then
Let's go make some more fish puns.
Shane,
Yes.
Shane, high or low?
I haven't done high in a while.
Does that mean you're saying hi?
How well did you roll?
I haven't rolled yet.
We'll go low.
Okay. So Kai, you do still have your pass to cross the bridge.
Good.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So I'm, bowling everybody over and just frantically trying to find Kiki.
Oi, no running across the bridge. Oh, where do you think he was going? He was showing high.
Is that the elf?
And you don't have any trouble finding Kiki in the fish market because number one, Fozzie's there. Number two, the people are terrified of Fozzie. And number three, Kiki is actively antagonizing any authority figure that she can find.
Kiki, I need a lot of money right away.
What?
Wait, before we get into that, Amy, what is Kiki doing in the fish market?
I feel like I'm like the dude at the circus, the head dude at the circus where the lions are like jumping through the hoops and shit, just going, look at this magnificent beast.
Ringleader.
As he's like eating all the fish.
God. You trying to say?
Give me a performance check.
Motherfucker. Don't want. Oh, natural one.
Yeah.
Reroll.
Reroll.
Oh, that's right, because you're halfling. Good.
That'd be a 9 on the die, so a 13.
Okay.
I don't know what we'd do without you, David.
So
I know we'd learn the rules by then.
You just have more interesting adventures.
people are more frightened than entertained by Fozzie and his antics, and you don't think that you're distracting the fishmongers from the fact that he's eating their fish.
I'm not trying to distract. Last time we discussed, I am paying them.
Okay.
I am giving them money.
Okay. In that case, you're scaring the bejesus out of the townies.
Good.
But I don't think you care.
No.
A few more city watchmen appear to be watching the proceedings than usual. They seem to have come down the God's Walk up from the Temple District and or down from Temple of Wisdom, and they're sort of forming a perimeter.
They look threatening.
They look like they're trying to decide whether they want to interfere. And you've had enough encounters with them that you probably understand that the City Watch in Bezos, the more of them there are, the braver they tend to be. So like 1 or 2 City Watch, they're probably not going to be super aggressive or super eager to enforce, what they view as the law. Whereas more of them might be more willing to crack down.
I wait for Fozzie to get his fill and then.
Okay. So Kai, that's what you encounter. Is you encounter sort of the perimeter of City Watch with Fozzie doing tricks in the fish market and Kiki looking delighted.
We call them tricks, but I'm just like throwing fish in his general direction and he's completely missing them, so he has to chase them down. And it's a shit show.
Look at this magnificent beast.
To
He's so
Fozzie's-
just not coordinated when it comes to catching.
To Fozzie's credit, when he does his madcap chases, he has not knocked over any stalls.
Bull in a china shop.
Dude, he's getting better.
Kiki, you see an elf coming running at you and then sliding on his knees. Begging for money.
Kai, give me an acrobatics, please.
More coin, please.
Where'd it go? $21.
Oh, God damn. So you do not take any fucking road rash from sliding across the cobblestones on your knees. I don't know if you're sliding in fish guts or what, but
Probably.
What do you need money for?
I have to pay this guy a large sum of money for something.
How much is a large sum of money?
I don't know. I don't
You don't
remember.
know, or like, are we
I
asking?
don't
Caleb?
remember. I just woke up next to this strange guy.
Caleb, do you know how much it was?
The tabaxi was very vague. His exact words were, "Bring a lot of coin tomorrow."
What is your definition of a lot of coin?
1,000?
Are you, see, the last time I gave one of you idiots money, you bought garbage. What are you buying?
Just stuff to help me get Bert's
What stuff?
weapon.
What stuff? I feel like I need to come with you because the last time it didn't go so well because it lets you guys do whatever you wanted and you came back and you were Jugened.
That wasn't me. That was
Uh-huh.
Bayard.
I'm a little tighter with my money these days. I'm gonna need to come with you for this transaction.
Okay. You have the money, so I guess.
hmm
Okay. So you head to where you met the tabaxi previously, sort of an alley in between Tavern Road and Sailor Street. And when you approach the alley, you can hear a few sort of cats yowling overhead. And when you arrive, there's that tabaxi, all dark fur except for a little patch on his a little white patch on his chest that goes up towards his chin. And he says, "My elven friend, I am so glad you could return. Oh, and how you have brought a friend. Is she also interested in some of this merchandise?
Do
No,
I?
no, just me.
Perhaps to feed her owlbear? I understand that they require a lot of meat to maintain
Hey, wait.
their bulk."
Pause. Do I know anything about? Because I'm, I guess, technically a thief. Because I have criminal contacts. Do I know anything about him or these people?
Have you reached out to your criminal contacts in town?
No, because I just read it. Fuck. Jesus.
So you haven't plugged yourself into Bezos's underworld, other than when you got your papers from the Kenku.
I'm a terrible.
You would know how to find out information about this guy, but you have not yet acquainted yourself with the criminal situation here.
Dude, what are you buying?
Was she unaware of our business arrangement? Why would you bring her here?
She's my money.
Your investor in your alchemical experiment that is absolutely not a flesh golem. I understand now. Usually people try to keep their investors at arm's reach from, the actual work that is done. I applaud your gumption.
Dude, what are we buying? Seriously.
This stuff's helping make
I asked the
Bert's
cat.
weapon.
You are buying alchemical reagents for a flesh golem, I presume. He has not said, but he said he did not want to tell me exactly what these things are used for, and I don't ask. He asked for elf body parts, and I have elf body parts for him.
I'm offended on so many levels. You need to ask somebody else to get your body parts for you.
Is that a bluff?
That
I
I'm
don't-
offended?
No, I think Kiki loves making dead bodies. So
But we
And
don't know that.
No, but I'm quite offended. that you would go outside to source outside to
Now-
get body.
We did have a deal, so I acquired these items at significant danger to myself and my associates.
And exactly how much are you charging him for these things?
Oddly enough, the DMG does not have a suggested gold cost for corpses.
Goddamn wizards! I don't understand why you leave something like that out.
So we'll do this. For a body such as this, where it is fresh, it is very, very fresh, and it is guaranteed that there will be no tracing back to you, I charge a mere trifling 5,000 gold.
Silver?
Gold, the yellow, not the shiny gray, the shiny yellow.
Somebody give him a bunch of copper. See if he notices.
Remember, you're talking to a cat person who acquired a corpse in less than probably 8 hours. He procured it.
I asked Kai, does it have to be elf?
Yes.
It can't be cat.
You can't pay.
That's a lot of coin.
No, I can pay. I'm not paying. I'm asking if it can be cat. Can it be a cat?
I would advise against such an action.
Listen, little man, just shut up.
He, as you
No.
you say, as the 3.5-foot tall little girl to the 7-foot tall cat person.
So you went outside the house to get body parts instead of asking people you know, and you want to pay 5,000 gold for it?
Yes.
What is wrong?
Are you like? Come here. Do it. Are you doing the League of Their Own thing?
Which what?
I don't know the League of Their Own
Did-
thing.
Tom Hanks
I know the movie.
before he was about to explode, but he just
The barely keeping it together.
Yeah, I'm barely keeping it together. My feelings are hurt. I'm very angry with you right now. I'm like a disappointed dad.
You know, you look like a penis with a hat on.
What the fuck?
It was, it was just a movie.
I haven't seen that movie in like
I think a long time.
at least 15, no, more than 15 years. Like
you're out
I
of
think early
Oh,
high
you
school.
misunderstood me. You misunderstood me. Oh, Jesus Christ.
She's crying.
I think we put 10 minutes into this game so far.
So do we have a deal?
No. Mm-mm.
I'm begging
You tell
Kiki
him.
again.
I'm looking at Kai. You tell him we do not have a deal. You tell him.
What is the issue? We had an agreement last night. Is there a problem?
Like
Kai has no concept of
you
money.
you act like that's a binding thing.
This is all I have.
You do an insight. Natural 20. He looks right at you and knows exactly what your deal is. He says, I should think you would have an understanding of how deals within our world work. You make arrangements to sell pets to people. Yes, sturches, I believe, is what you chose to sell in Kasht. So, yes, I do believe that such an agreement is binding, just as you do when people ask to buy a sturch from you.
This is okay. So he's got me. I'm gonna be honest. This is out of character. He's got me. So I'm gonna look Kai dead in the eyes and go, "You fucked up," and walk away with my hand.
You done fucked up now.
I'm dead serious. We're out, dude. You fucked up.
So what do you
All
do,
I
Kai?
can think is how stupid can you be? I'm so disappointed in you. I'm mumbling under my breath as I leave. Disappointing child.
I stand there and look around.
So, are you paying me? This body is not getting any fresher.
Do we have any diamond shards left?
What?
Do we have any diamond shards left from Fozzie's helmet?
I don't know. That would be on you, actually. I haven't been keeping track of that, but I think that you worked all of them into his harness and helmet.
Yeah. How
Um,
much would it take to get
Can I tell if this cat's alone?
Roll me a perception.
17.
You're pretty sure he's not. Like, he has at least some Kenku lookouts, and you don't know who else he might have. This is similar to the setup when you got the papers for Fozzie, where you kind of went down a blind alley and you got the sense that they choose to do business in these places because they control them. And actually, that's a high enough roll that as you leave, you can spot a few sentries that are letting you pass. Like they are allowing themselves to be seen by you, so you know that they know that who you are, and they've made note of you.
like Fozzie's with us, right?
Fozzie's with
With me.
Kiki.
With me.
I mean, you could make an animal handling check to try to get him to stay with you instead of going with her. It'd be opposed by her.
No, I just wanted to know how many diamonds I would have to take off his armor to.
That I think is actually in the DMG is sort of an idea of how much various gems are worth.
Would I be able to send Fozzie home?
A full diamond is worth 5,000 gold.
Holy shit, dude. How many diamonds went into that plate?
Well, they were
Is it
shards
ver-
of diamond.
It was a very large chunk of diamond.
Oh,
2 inch.
that's that thing you pulled out of the that final boss fight in was it? I can't remember what city it was. Where they kind of talked funny. Is that
No,
what
it
it
was, it was.
No, that was after.
It was a volcano where you had the
Oh
two.
yeah, okay.
It's not gonna work.
So I'll say there were 10 shards, and each was worth. Fozzie's wearing some expensive fucking gear. We'll
It's
say
important.
we'll say each shard was worth 2,500 gold. So you could pay for it with two
Too
of the
sure?
larger shards worked into his armor.
Just an aside, please don't gamble those away.
Can I send Fozzie home?
You can try.
He's gonna go back to the fish market, didn't he?
You know,
Fozzie, come here. Fozzie, come here.
we're not playing whose parent is his favorite.
So Fozzie has already left, like we established. You would have to chase him down. Do you do that?
Yes.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. Are we having a deal or no?
Yes. One deck.
Okay. He'll allow it. Okay, so Amy, you were gonna try to send Fozzie on his way.
Do I think I could send him home where he'd actually go home, or is that something where
Well, that's
I know
think,
that he might not go home?
I think Kiki believes Fozzie to be
I smell
100%
like fish
loyal and intelligent. Like, I think in Kiki's world, Fozzie and she are best friends, and he will do exactly what she says. Because that's sort of the fiction that you've built, where you're walking him like a dog, and you know, you take him to the fish market, and you do tricks with him, and everyone has a laugh.
Why you gotta be like that?
I'm just going off of the way you play the character.
He's my best friend. He'd go home.
Meanwhile, in Merton's morning mug, Bert feels a little heartbreak for no reason he can identify.
Something just hurt me. Nope, don't cry. Don't cry in front of people.
All right. Well, my thought was to, if I could send him home with like a note, I'd send him home by himself.
You could try it.
I'm gonna attach a little note to his, I don't know, collar.
He's got like a harness. He's got armor and a helmet and stuff.
And I guess I'll try and send him home.
Okay.
And then hide.
Okay. Kai catches up as you're sort of attaching the note to the harness and trying to go to the house. Not the fish market. Not the guard's place. The house.
Run home, Forrest.
So that's when Kai walks up.
I go to get tell Fuzzy I need to grab his helmet.
I slap his hand. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I just need these two right here, and then I'm
Why?
gone.
You can't! Oh, wait, is that racist if I say Indian GIF?
Yes.
Okay, I won't say that.
Even though I think it's referring to
When we gave
when
it
white
away.
people give things to Native Americans and then take them
Right.
right back.
You can't do that. You gave that to that's his.
Kai, roll me an animal handling check.
Versus
Come
what?
on, natural 20.
Versus a DC I have set for Fozzie's personality.
I'm pretty sure
That would be a 21.
one.
Oh, wow.
1 is the second roll, Amy.
I see it. I see it.
So Fozzie, it might be the fish guts on you, but Fozzie does like lower his head and kind of sniff it and nuzzle at you a bit.
I will replace these. I promise.
My level of disappointment in you is just beyond anything I've ever felt for somebody before.
Okay,
I take out my tools and pop them off.
Okay, so you pop out 2 of the diamond shards. 2 of the larger, shinier, prettier ones.
Okay, after he does this, Fozzie and I are gonna walk a bit and find one of the clear lookouts, and I'd like to talk to him.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
19.
Okay, his hide was shit, so you see him. He's doing that thing where he thinks he's hidden really well, but like his butt's sticking out a little bit. Like he's behind some crates, but the crates have aren't stacked evenly, so you can kind of see through them to where he's lurking.
I just kind of wave. No, come here.
He sighs and sort of steps out into the open.
How much would it cost me for you to, Kai, what are you?
I'm an elf. A
So
wood elf.
rough up that elf a little bit.
Oh God.
You're gonna learn a lesson, little man.
Love is tough.
I'm trying to think of a good voice for this guy. He's sort of he's a halfling, looks a little scarred, and he's like,
Doo doo.
I'll do it for 50.
And I just fling him a coin.
How badly roughed up do you want him?
Just make him just sad. Just a little sad.
All right. Do you want it done like right now, or do you want us to try to?
No, that just right now.
All right. I'll get some boys together and we'll catch him as he walks by.
Okay.
I have no idea what that accent was supposed to be.
It was halfling.
My people.
So you went ahead of Kai to do this, but Kai's heading straight back there too. So
Oh, I thought it would be like as I'm walking out, there'd be a guy. You know
because
what I mean?
well, because you were already on the street, so you walk back to where the lookout is.
I guess I pictured it more of there'd probably be a couple, like, I don't know.
All right. Well, you arranged to have Kai roughed up. Kai, you make it back to the Tabaxi without incident. You do pass Kiki and Fozzie in the street.
Okay.
I just do the eye thing where I point at my eyes, I point at your eyes, I point at my eyes. And then I shake my head.
He said, will these work?
These are very large diamonds. They'll be a little difficult to cut, but easy to move. Yes, I think these will do. In the cart or in the wagon is your merchandise. You can keep the cart if you like. Just make sure that if the guard catch you, remember, I had nothing to do with it.
Okay. So what's in the cart?
So
Just-
he, as soon as the deal's done, he does just sort of a straight standing leap up onto the wall that's sort of at the end of the alley and disappears over it. You're left with a rickety two-wheeled wagon, and in the back of it is a elven corpse. Looks like a wood elf. Cause of death is not apparent.
Okay.
But it doesn't smell. It looks to be less than a day old. Probably no more than a couple hours.
Okay. And it's early morning.
Yes. Probably at most 3 hours after dawn. So like 9 a.m.
I'm going for a run.
Okay. Roll me a strength check.
Wait. It's,
Oh God, that was almost there.
You struggle
15.
quite a bit, mainly because you do all right heading out down Sailor Street and towards the Bridge of Eustace, or Justinian. Yeah, no, it was Eustace. Um, but when you hit Bookbinder Street, where it starts going up the hills into the Noble District, because as you remember, the alchemist shop was in the steel market, sort of at the top of Bookbinder / Hill Street. And so that's kind of a steep hill, and you kind of struggle with it there. The body does not slide out the back of the cart. And you do get there. It takes you probably an hour and a half to get it there. But no one seems to care about what you're doing.
Good.
What's Kiki up to?
I went home.
Okay. Yeah, we agree, so you do that. Bert, you've passed the morning pleasantly in Burton's morning mug. Excellent coffee, good tasty baked goods.
Caesar elf run by.
I get up for half a minute. I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. Just no, not today. Not today.
Not today, Satan.
Not to- So I finish everything up. I don't know. Do I see anybody I recognize from the library, archives, or whatever?
No, because as I recall, you've only interacted with 2 archive employees, sort of the receptionist dude, and then your research assistant, Wounded Sparrow.
I think I did recognize like a signet ring that they all had,
Yes.
and I was kind of keeping an eye out for those. But if I didn't see any of those, then
Yeah, so
I
you
knew
do-
that.
You do see archive employees, but none that you know.
None that I know. Okay, so knowing that, I have a previous date with the rest of Kiki and friends. So I'm gonna gather up my stuff and head on back to Casa de Kiki. Is that what we call it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know we're gonna be packing up and going out to that farm
Okay.
because that was the plan last night.
All right, so you get back to the house. I'm going to say it's about the same time as Kiki. Still no Bayard, still no Zerf, still no Kai. Kiki's looking a little surly.
Was new. Who shit in your cereal this morning?
Kai. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Is that why he was running? Is that why? Did you chase him out? What'd you do?
He bought a body from somebody else.
What do you mean he bought a body? That doesn't make any sense.
He paid a cat for an elf. He went,
Are you drunk?
Somebody
What are you
else.
talking about?
and I just like
He
mumble
paid a
on down
cat
the
for an
hallway.
elf.
I mumble
And Bob's
on
your
down the
uncle, and here
hallway.
we are.
I just want to highlight that I feel like that explains the dichotomy in this party so well. Kiki says he bought a body from someone else, and Bert goes, "He bought a body?" Like their priorities are completely different. And Kai's oblivious to all of it.
We have no business traveling together, but here we are. God. We check none of the other people's boxes. Well, look, we need. We were gonna go to that farm, and we need the priest because he does the holy shit, and I don't know what he does. Did he leave a spell book or anything? You know, I can't access his crap. I don't know what he's doing.
Kai,
You know what?
What's
go,
wrong?
Go ahead, Bert.
I was gonna say we've tangled with this shit before. We don't need the priest. We've never needed the power of good on our side
I'll go to the forest with you. I need to
for anything.
Yep. I need to be happy.
All right, yeah, let's do that then.
I
Let's
need something to believe in.
I need something.
Maybe
He's
Ted
lost a
thinks
religion.
they're right.
We do need to find Kai.
No, we don't.
Kai's dead to me.
Kai who? I just start crying.
Oh God, this again.
Kai who?
You sit here and sulk. I'm gonna go find Kai.
So Kai, just as you're about to get to the steel market, one of the wheels falls off of your cart.
No.
Idiot.
Did you
For
steal
that.
Baird's cart?
No.
Oh.
No, the cart was a gift from the Tabaxi.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
But as it happens, you hear a spectral chuckle in your ear.
What?
And the and a ghostly voice saying, "You probably don't even know who I am, do you?"
No? Who's that? What?
This is
I
a
gotta
deep,
get.
this is a deep cut, people.
Real deep.
No, like this is
So
This is
deep
a
you're
cont-
on your own, man.
this is a continuation of something that happened a long
Uh-huh.
time ago,
Real
and
deep.
it's totally in character that Kai has no fucking clue what's going on.
You can't do that, Caleb. Like, we're legitimately lost.
Okay, so
Oh.
if you're confused,
I know.
I
Well,
would like,
as long as one of us knows.
for those of you who aren't Kai,
Say-
Davis figured it out. But many episodes ago, Kai terrorized this poor ghost merchant who
Oh my
swore eternal
God.
enmity upon him.
That's right. And I don't even know why you fucked his shit up.
Because
You-
he
you-
could.
Because he could.
Throw his cart in the water.
God, I don't remember that.
It was in that Crystal City, wasn't it? It was like in the marketplace.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You were busy looting and trying to and being upset that the genie wouldn't grant wishes.
What genie?
And he doesn't grant wishes.
I think there was the phrase, "Well, what good are you then? Get back in your bottle."
Right.
Now she remembers.
And then I left the bottle. Then I left the bottle. Because what good is he?
Yeah, but someone picked it up. Anyways, oh, so the wheel comes off the cart right as you hear the spectral chuckle. You fall on your face, and a bundle wrapped in bed sheets tumbles out of the overturned cart into the middle of the street.
No, father.
Give me a bluff check.
I feel like that's a performance check.
I'll take either. I don't think Kai has either.
Deception.
Deception, yeah.
No, that's not good.
Oh, man.
Is that one?
No, it's a 2, but it's a.
He has a -1 on it. So it happens, and you
I've never
stand there for a second, slack-jawed, with this look on your face of, "Oh shit, I'm caught," and then you go, "No, father."
My daddy.
A dwarven woman heading up the hill to the steel market sees this and goes, "Ah! It's a corpse! Grave robber!"
Pick up the corpse and run.
Oh, God.
The first few people don't believe her.
This is what happens when you outsource your bodies.
Buy
Okay.
local, think global, kids.
So you start running pell-mell down the street with a corpse slung over your shoulder. Kiki, Amy, high or low?
Hi.
As you're running, you jostle it so the bed sheet comes loose, and it's very clear. The bedraggled hair is flopping around, and a lifeless arm is jiggling along. And the cause of death is suddenly a lot more apparent because the sheets have a big red stain near the chest. Running into the steel market, you pass a couple city watchmen. One of them isn't paying attention at all, and the other nods at you, and then after a second goes,
Wait a moment. Wait, is he carrying a corpse? He's carrying a corpse! Get him!
and the other one goes, huh? What? Huh? You have 1 round before they sound the alarm.
Oh shit.
You're in the steel market. There are alleys and streets along the edges. There's also the alchemy shop in the market itself. None of the shoppers or stall keepers seem to have taken notice of you.
I take out one of those potions and throw it behind me.
Which potions?
One of the 20 or 18 potions I have left.
That you don't know what they do.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a moment while Caleb consults the oracle.
And this is where the wind elemental takes.
Okay, David, roll me a d20. Okay. So as I recall, what I was going to do. I'm pretty sure that episode was like over a year ago, which is making this extra difficult.
Was it really a year ago that?
We've been playing pretty sporadically.
Wow.
Okay, roll me a d10.
D10. Kai is not having the best of luck today.
Well, you might pull it out yet.
You chuck one of the potions behind you, and nothing happens. A little orange bead just sort of tumbles out of the shattered vial and sits there in the middle of the street. And actually, I need to look this up, because I need to see how this behaves for what's going to happen next. You rolled, depending on your perspective, you rolled either really, really well or really, really shitty. So you feel as if you need to. Let's see. If you stop concentrating, basically this thing is waiting for you to send it a signal to do whatever it's going to do.
All I'm thinking is distraction.
So you're not maintaining concentration?
No.
Oh god.
Okay. Um, so I'm not even going to roll damage for this. Um, oh, shit. I also need to roll me... How far would you say you chucked the vial?
Right at the guard's feet.
Okay, and this happened right as you passed them. What's your movement?
50 feet.
Okay. You would not be caught in the blast then. So where those two guards were standing becomes a crater. The entire street, a 20-foot radius, is enveloped in an explosion of fire. The buildings on either side of it collapse. The two guards are obliterated, as are several people who were traveling through the gate into the steel market. You are
One
nearly,
murder turned into 8.
you are nearly knocked off of your feet by the explosive blast. For those of you who don't know what just happened, that was a delayed blast fireball trapped in a vial. And now you have everyone's attention. Meanwhile, at Kiki's house, Bert says, I guess I should go track down Kai. And almost at the exact same moment, from the direction of the steel market, you hear an explosion.
So we look out there. And... Oh, I
And
think
you
we
can-
found Kai.
You can see the mushroom cloud sort of rising up over the steel market.
I don't know how, but that's him.
Okay, so
So, I mean, that's a significant piece of real estate there because we're here, and
Yeah.
then some fucking A bomb goes off right here.
it's a 7th level spell. Like it's
Are you fucking shitting me? Oh my god.
I want to go towards that.
Yeah, let's get on our hazmat suits and check it out.
and we're gonna do that next time on the Chaotic Neutral podcast.
I can't fucking believe we didn't do anything again.
We're never getting out of this town.
We're not, because every time I try to shuffle you on, one of you's like, "Well, I gotta go do this thing." Mainly Kai, but
I'm trying. This was the last thing I had to do.
You already collected all the other samples. Oh yeah, but blood has to be last because there's going to be a lot of blood.
and there is. Although a lot of it's been vaporized. Thank you for sticking with us in this very morbid episode. But if you've made it this far into our podcast, you're probably used to it. We'll see exactly what happens next time. You know, I had a whole other encounter, a whole other storyline planned, and then Kai reminded me that he went to buy a corpse, a black market corpse, and
Couldn't just let that go.
nope.
We don't want Bayard to miss out on his. Oh,
Yeah, well, you know what? You're awfully generous because I would have left him in the dirt.
He's already there. He's camping.
Yeah, filthy hobo. He's playing Zerf this weekend.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Oh, we got to do all of our stuff.
Not really. We don't.
Closeouts.
We don't.
You can find this is the Chaotic Neutral Podcast. You can find us on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/cndnd, or as the Chaotic Neutral Podcast in your podcast service of choice, iTunes or any other RSS feed type thing. And then I think Will usually does the Twitch. So when we do stream on Twitch, which we are right now, and we'll try to be better about scheduling regular games and announcing them on Twitch.
Shit
We're,
happens.
You always.
you can watch the VODs though at twitch.tv/chaoticneutraldnd. David, you had Twitter?
Twitter, yep. And we're at CND and DCast.
And Shane, you had something.
Facebook.
That's right.
So when we upload something, you'll see it actually hit the Facebook, and that's going to be at facebook.com/CNDND.
And finally, Amy, would you like to tell them about our Instagram?
Chaotic Neutral D&D.
I don't even
Don't be
know
so-
that we're maintaining it, but we haven't
Nope.
really maintained anything else. So,
No.
to our fans, thank you so much for sticking around. I know it's been a less than stellar year, but hopefully we're going to get back on schedule here. So yeah, stick with us, and again,
Please.
thanks for listening. You know, there are a lot of podcasts out there flooding the market, but I think that we are unique.
We're not asking you for anything
This is
No.
true.
except to listen.
We,
Just
we don't have our hands out for Patreon donations. We aren't.
You don't have to smash that like button. You don't have to
Although
subscribe.
if you
don't
would
have
do
to
those
click
things,
the
it would be
bell
great.
Notification. You don't have to do shit.
Maybe tell your friends if you think
Thank you,
they
Amy.
enjoy it.
word of mouth helps.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
mouth always helps. What?
You know,
What?
Bye.
so, these are the jokes. Till next time, keep it chaotic.
Bye.